I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that
Hold
when people say
on.
that at
I
all.
disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off
Excuse me?
season.
What
You
you
sleep
just say?
the off season? Are y'all
What?
sleep?
Welcome to episode 76 of the Know It All podcast. I'm your host, Wrestling Geek, along with my two co-hosts, Don and Tim, 3G, some chill. This
Yasuke.
episode is about the NBA because it's playoff time, best time of the year for NBA fans.
We
The
all
playoff
know the
brackets are
Nuggets versus the Celtics is going to happen this year. Book it.
so. I mean, that's
We
his
don't
pick.
know
We're
that.
gonna talk. We're also gonna talk about finals. We're gonna talk about the whole bracket, discuss who we think we're gonna win every round, and when they get to the next round, who's winning that round, win NBA finals, all that stuff like that. So it's pretty much a playoff thing. Pretty much all the brackets have been decided except for the eighth seed for both sides. So the play-in for the West is more, in my opinion, compelling than the East. So we can kind of talk about that. We can talk about the play-in games that have been played so far up until this point, and then we can pretty much discuss who we think is gonna win each bracket, and then go from there. So we're gonna start off with the
Before we
play-in. No, I'm
before we
sorry.
do
Before
that,
we do that, yeah, go ahead.
episode 76. Personal Instagrams right here, Don King, Wrestling Geek, Some Chill, Group Instagram, Know It All Podcast YT, YouTube Know It All Podcast, TikTok Know It All Podcast. Don't ever forget Wrestling Geek. Subscribe to him for all your wrestling content. And yeah, episode 76. Let's get into it. Oh, Don's drinking today. Uh, a regular Woodford makes an appearance. So yeah.
Tim's blended it. I'm just playing.
No, Jesus, please. No. All right. Let's keep going, guys.
Um, so like I said, we're gonna start off with the play-in. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to start with Mr. Dunn's team, the Sacramento Kings, who have been eliminated by
Oh,
the Dallas Mavericks in the play-in in a dominating fashion. Anthony Davis balled out. The whole team balled out pretty much. Played pretty well. Obviously, nobody's gonna take Dallas serious this year. No offense to Dallas fans, they know they're not serious, but at least they can say they're in the second part of the play-in. So Dallas beats the Kings, and then the Warriors beats the Grizzlies. Ja Morant gets hurt, unfortunately. Hopefully, he comes back healthy for this next one versus Dallas. And who y'all got winning that game? First of all, before y'all pick that, what do you think about your Kings?
well, hmm. We actually spoke about it briefly, and I thought that my Kings, if they played well, they could get up with the dub. It was all up to Anthony Davis. I think DeMar DeRozan had like 30 something, but they don't have a really good outing when there's another signature big. I'm going to count AD as that defense minded, as we all know, he can still do a lot of things offensively. Whether he was on the team with LeBron or not, we know who he is. So I was scared, and yeah, it came true. They did not get the job done. I mean, we haven't been the same for the Fox trade, and then first off, I think we lost all steam with DeRozan joining the team. Not that that is not a caliber player, but I just think for what we needed, he wasn't it. But he's had a lot of good moments this season, so I'm not mad at it. Um, the addition to Zach Levine was just kind of weird, but it happened. I think that was just trying to re up from knowing we were going to lose Fox to the Spurs. So Sabonis is still that guy, double double machine. He's the catalyst for the team. It's probably about time for him to leave. I would say um, a rebuild. I mean, I don't know, but I think it's about time for Sabonis to go ahead and get up out of there. Really, but I feel like we're a good team. They just got to find the niche of who's the guy and who we're going to play around. And there was a lot of changes from this trade. But yeah, I wanted to get it done with the Mavs, depending on which AD we got and the rest of the stars we're going to do. And obviously, it wasn't enough. So there it is. I wasn't really too surprised. I mean, of course, I would like to see a dub, but I wasn't too surprised. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it for my team.
Um, what was I going to say? I mean, pretty much discussed this whole team. I just want all of us to kind of talk about our team briefly when we get to them. And unfortunately, his team's gone for the year. I kind of figured once Fox was gone, it was just kind of slowly falling apart. It's time for Sabonis to go, like you said. It's time for the Kings just to start over. You don't have really much forward to look forward to no more, so just start over. Hit the reset button. Because the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to get back to relevancy. So just start over now.
That is true.
And then, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the Warriors and Grizzlies, but I know Ja got hurt, unfortunately. But I mean, the Warriors won; they did what they're supposed to do. Now they get the Rockets. That's gonna be a fun matchup. We can talk about it in a minute. But before we get to that, not Warriors, the Mavs versus Grizzly. Who you guys got winning that one for the 8th spot? By the way,
Wait, you said
if we're
the
gonna get
Mavs?
this,
Oh yeah, I'm giving this. I'm sorry. You can go. I'm sorry.
if we're gonna get AD and the rest of the guys gonna pull their weight, I think it can be a battle. Because I mean Memphis is no slouch at all. I think that's really a tough call depending on what personnel looks like. But
If Ja plays, they in.
I mean, yeah, they ain't got nobody for Ja, and they got Jared Jack. I think Memphis might pull that out.
I'm gonna go Memphis.
Hold on. If is Ja healthy? Is he playing this game?
Well, I don't know. I'm just assuming if he is.
Let me see.
If he's
They
not,
haven't
then
had the
I'm gonna
best season
go.
though. They fell off pretty hard. They was like top 3 seed early in the season, and they just slowly fell apart. I don't know if there was injuries involved or anything, but I just know they slowly fell apart as the season fell along. So,
I mean, they play tomorrow, I believe.
The West is
Hey, I don't think Ja playing.
They play tomorrow against the Mavs.
I don't think Ja playing.
I'm looking at the grid. Yeah, he's day to day with that ankle that he hurt. Yeah,
they said he missed practice. They said it's a game time decision.
He's got to play. I mean, I would say.
I'm gonna put it like this, in my opinion,
because they already have another guard that's down with knee injury.
I'm gonna just put it like this: if Dallas wins, I could see them upsetting OKC. If AD plays healthy, I bet stays healthy.
You got to talk us through that one.
What you mean?
Oh wait. Let's. Well, no. Matter of fact, keep going. You're right. Keep going. Tripping.
Why do you think that's going to happen?
Because they don't got nobody to guard AD. And you can put the Lakers prove you could put I wouldn't say average, but you could put a regular defender on Shea and slow him down. That's how they beat him. Mavericks got a team full of nothing but defenders now. Kyrie's hurt. Like, I'm not. This is what
but they still don't have. They still don't have that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
what are you talking about?
Najee Marshall has become himself because he was able to get all those minutes when PJ Washington was out, and when they had lost. I'm drawing a blank with those two other bigs before AD even got there. Both of them was down. Him and PJ Washington was able to shine. Washington got hit with some late injuries with an ankle injury at the end of the regular season. So Najee Marshall, I'm comfortable with, but it's just really Najee Marshall. You're not going to know what you're going to get from PJ Washington and Anthony Davis. You still have Spencer Dinwiddie. You still have those pieces, but that I don't. If Ja is healthy or playing, those guys have experience with one another more often. I think Memphis is going to get that job done. I'm not even going to lie to you.
No,
even with Ja like 70%.
But now I'm going to rebuttal. With all that being said, that team is not ready for a Thunder.
Yeah,
OKC,
no.
Dallas is not ready for the Thunder.
OKC in 4. They're sweeping.
No,
they might get
not.
5. They might give them 5, but they're beating them in minimum 5 games.
Yeah,
they don't stand a chance.
What I said.
Throw a big body.
I'm not sitting here saying the Mavericks are going to make a great playoff run like when Dirk did it. I'm not saying that, but I do feel an upset brewing in this first round.
Nah, it won't be that game. It won't be that matchup. I'm sorry. It might be some other matchup, but it won't be that one.
That's fine. But I feel an upset coming this first round. I don't know who it is, but that's why that's my vote. That's my vote.
If we're thinking about personnel, right? Like that's what basketball is at the end of the day.
Personnel. I mean,
you have Anthony Edwards. Hold on. I'm not Anthony Edwards. I'm tripping. Anthony Davis. Hold on. I was talking already. No, Anthony Davis is gonna be playing. What is he playing right now? Is he playing the
I
five
think
or the
he's playing
four?
the 4.
He's playing the 4.
Okay, he's playing the 4 right now. Okay, cool.
They got the size.
Jared Jackson is probably going to play guard him. I'm not saying that's gonna
Ain't
do
he
anything.
there for?
I'm saying
He is guarding him. He's there for. Steven Adams is there for.
It's a good size matchup on both teams.
That's a good size matchup on both. That's what I'm saying. I do
if
know
anything,
Anthony Davis is better. I do know
it's
Anthony
a good
Davis
thing
is
that
better.
the Warriors didn't get this matchup. Like, it's good that they beat Memphis early and got to play Houston because they would have been out big, in my opinion.
I don't think Houston gonna be easy for them either.
I was supposed to, yeah. What are we talking?
Houston, no. The problem. Hold on.
Hold on. Let's stick to one team at a time. Because I'm still in my thought and you're not letting me get it off.
Go ahead.
No one is going to stop Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is going to stop himself if that would have come down to. He's going to win that matchup. But that is the only matchup that they're worried about because that's the only one that they have to worry about. None of these other guys have proven themselves or have even had the experience to be where they are right now. It's not gonna. It's not gonna get done against Thunder, bro.
Quick question.
Hold on.
Quick question. Hold on before Tim go. Didn't J-Dub make an All NBA team this year? I know I'm not tripping. I know I saw him on the All NBA team this year. Was it second or third team? I swear he made it. I know I'm not tripping.
Honestly, I haven't even seen that list. Who? But man, I'm sure he has.
Who?
Jalen Williams from OKC. I swear he made All NBA.
Mm.
I
agree with the
Tim. Their full starting 5 is elite for the Thunder. We cannot say the same for Dallas. And then on top of that, their bench is what, top 3 or top 5 in the NBA? The Thunder bench.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You have a.
I never said for sure they're going to beat them. I said I got a feeling they might upset them. They do have. I agree. It's up to personnel. OKC has the better team, but that team still has to show up. They had damn near the same team last year.
What about Dallas? Dallas has to show up. If anybody got to be worried about showing up, it's Dallas. But if you don't get a triple double from Anthony Davis, what are you getting?
Hold on. Dallas knows that. It's OKC.
Why do they not know that?
What are you talking about? We're going against Dallas. Nobody is thinking Dallas is going to do anything. Let's be real. Even OKC.
I don't think. No. I don't think they have that mentality because where were they last year? The Thunder. What happened to them last year? They were still a great team. Exactly, and they were still a great team. You think they finna lose to? You think they finna slouch to Dallas? They were just there last year. They want to go all.
Don, I'm not saying that you're wrong about that, but we have seen it plenty of times where people get too big.
I'm just questioning your opinion because you're talking about Thunder. I know that you're not saying these things. I'm just questioning why you're saying something because the Thunder has never given us that they gonna treat this matchup like it's
the only reason I say this is because they're a young team. Okay, and you gotta realize, I think last year they only made it to second round.
He didn't make it. I don't know thoughts on this. He didn't make All NBA.
Why are you saying they only made it to the second round like that's nothing? Do you know who the Thunder was before that?
No, hold on. Hear me out. It's not like when Trae Young led them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then let's say hypothetically they were the number 1 seed the following year. That's, in my opinion, would have been dangerous experience. They just made it to the second round. So
but that's good experience though.
No, I'm not saying there's no such thing as bad experience. I never said there was a such thing as bad experience. I just said
you are listening it too. You're saying they just made it to the second round. Like, what does that statement mean?
Hold on. Hear me out. The farther you make it, the more experience you get. Am I wrong?
How many more steps you got to the second round? No. How many more steps you got to the second round? How many more steps you got into the finals? How many more steps do you have after the second round? How many more steps?
You got 1 more.
2 more.
So what are you talking about?
No, I count the finals as
to get to the finals. No, I'm not counting. You got
the finals. 1 more.
Okay, so why are you making it seem like they just made it to the second round? Like, what are we talking about?
Who did they lose to last year? Dallas?
Yeah.
Who Thunder?
Yes. Yeah, they lost to Dallas last year, right?
They lost to Dallas
with a entirely different team. It's not the same.
No, I get that point. I'm just saying
with an entirely different team.
with
What
Luka.
are you talking
That's the
about?
team.
Kyrie is
Oh,
gone.
right,
and
that's
Luka's
it.
gone.
All it was.
Oh, I'm sorry, and
Luka
Kyrie,
and
and
a
Kyrie. I'm
healthy
sorry,
Kyrie.
and Kyrie.
That it. Why are y'all making it seem like it's not an entirely different team?
Because OKC
This
is
team
the
is
same.
this team
No,
is
if
entirely
anybody-
different without Luka and Kyrie, and
Hold
they ain't
on.
got neither of
This
them.
is what I'm saying. That yes, they don't have. Hold on. Yes, they don't have the same offensive powers that they had, but y'all words, Terrence and Don, defense wins championships, right?
Defense ain't winning championships for them.
No, okay.
Who?
Oh, now it don't win championships. It's crazy.
Hey, bro.
Them, come
Now
on,
it
bro.
don't
Defense-
win
Are we being
championships.
serious
Look,
right now?
it's funny that we're talking about that
Hey,
because
look, I'm not saying Dallas is going to win. I'm just saying it's a
Their
championship.
defense
this-
can't even keep
defense
up.
defense
They're
matters,
not-
but you
no.
still have to score. Like,
They're
stop
not-
mixing
no,
our
no,
words.
no, it's not even.
Like,
It's
what
not
you
We
even.
had
about?
this argument.
It's not even.
No,
that.
you
Dallas
said
is
it.
not
You
winning.
said the point of basketball is to score, and I told you it's to play both sides. You're the one tripping.
It's a score.
You have to be able
We're
to
not gonna-
score to win, but you also have to be able to stop your
let's
opponents.
stick to the conversation. We can have
No,
that. We
because
can go back to that.
because you be
another
trying to
time.
mix people words, and that don't fly, bro. Nobody said that. We literally said you gotta be able to score the ball to win.
Y'all,
but you
now
gotta
one of y'all
stop
said
people.
defense wins championships. Now one of y'all.
Hold on. I got
Oh
it.
my gosh, bro! You
Tim, nobody said
listen
that.
to
Stop
what
mixing
you want to
words.
listen to.
Stop mixing
You-
words.
Y'all
You
did
said
not
de-
say defense wins
listen to
championships.
what
Hold up, brother. I let
You
y'all
still
talk for
gotta
30 minutes.
score.
It's my turn. Hold up.
You still got to
It's my
score.
turn. I let both of y'all talk for 20 minutes. I ain't said nothing. Nobody ever said putting the ball in the basket don't matter. I said if you have an
That's what I'm
elite
saying.
defense and an okay offense, you will win a championship. I've seen it time and time again. You will
That's what I'm
never win a
saying.
championship with an elite offense and an awful defense. It's not going to happen. It's never
Terrence.
happened. It's never going to happen.
Terrence,
I never said you
brought-
don't have to put the ball in the basket to win a championship.
Terrence, I never even brought that part up. I just simply asked, do defense wins championships?
Yes.
No, it takes
Okay, then,
more
that's
to
all I
win
needed to
to
hear.
win a basketball game too.
That's all I needed to hear.
An elite defense will win you a championship, but you still have to have a competent offense. Look at my team.
Hold on,
Our
hold on,
defense
hold
is
on.
elite, but
Terrence,
our offense
Terrence,
sucks.
I know that. Terrence, I know that. I was just confirming what wins a championship defense, right? That's
Yes.
all I wanted to hear. Okay.
That phrase will never change.
I agree. And that's fair because I'm
You
more
don't
on your
agree.
side now, Terrence. I agree.
don't agree.
Defense, huh?
You obviously don't agree.
What are you talking
If
about?
you would agree, you was just talking about the point of basketball is scoring months ago.
Don.
Did you not say that?
I
Just
did.
answer. Say yes or no.
I did.
Okay, so how do you agree now? What changed your mind?
What do you? Did you not
Hey,
just
this-
hear me say
Wrap
I
this
am?
conversation up.
I
We gotta
am
keep going.
coming closer to your side on that point. Did you not hear me say that?
Okay.
Because I do agree you need to stop people in order to win. I give you that. Y'all can score all day. And I don't
Go
that
ahead.
don't change my point on you have to score. The name of the
Okay,
game is
so
scoring.
Dallas is gonna defensively
Now-
outmatch the Thunder, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying
No,
100%.
because OKC defense is elite. We're not doing that.
Their defense is elite too. They're going to have to.
Okay, OKC and 4.
So how does Dallas even have a chance?
I'm saying
That's what I'm
Dallas,
confused.
huh?
How does Dallas even have a chance? That's what I'm confused. Like, why are you saying it's an upset? Oh my
You
gosh!
acting like teams
I wouldn't
can't
be
get
surprised.
hot. You acting like teams ain't won with
Bruh.
one
I don't.
superstar
I don't.
before.
I don't see Dallas
That's
getting
not a
hot.
team
I'm
that
sorry.
gets
I
James
just don't see them getting
Harden
hot.
literally led the Rockets to the
Oh, whoa,
Western
whoa,
Conference
whoa!
Finals.
Chris Paul. Chris Paul. Wait a minute. That team was good. That team was great. What are you talking about?
He did it
You don't win
before
66
Chris Paul
games by
got there
yourself.
too. What are you
No, he-
talking about?
No, he didn't. What did he do before Chris Paul showed up?
Hey, bro. Let him get this off, bro, so we can respond and move on to the
Second
next
round
matchup.
merch?
Go ahead.
No, y'all.
Chris
go
Paul
ahead,
was the reason they made them deep runs. I'm not saying James Harden wasn't hooping, but before Chris Paul showed up, what was he doing? Honestly, he was putting up points. I mean, that's what he do. James Harden, he doing it now. Matter of fact, he got robbed at All NBA this year while we playing. He really got robbed at All NBA. I don't see how he didn't make it. At least third team, and Cade got robbed at least second team. I don't understand who makes this list, but yeah, he got robbed too.
People that don't watch basketball.
But what are we talking about? I'm confused. I lost track.
I just want to hear his reasonings of why
Reasoning for what?
out of all the teams, Thunder is going to be the one that get upset about Dallas.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Even if they match up with Memphis,
all I wanna
I
hear.
see them. They're gonna beat Memphis in 5 and Dallas in 4 or 5-ish.
And he's saying, and Dallas is a completely different team without Kyrie and Luka.
They are.
So
They're
like,
worse.
So
No disrespect,
that's what I'm
AD.
saying.
No disrespect, AD.
Hold on. So okay.
So that's what I'm just asking.
How many times did James Harden go to the Western Conference Finals?
Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about that?
He went with
Because
OKC
when I
twice,
brought
right?
because I brought him up to compare that team to Dallas, even though that Dallas team has way more defense, and the Rockets have way more offense. They
No,
both
that
hold
Dallas
on,
defense was good. I mean, I'm sorry, not Dallas. That Houston defense was good. What are we talking about? They was always top net defense.
Like I said, they both only have one superstar. That's why I'm comparing them in an average team.
And how much teams changed since?
No, but he had a superstar and a star teammate. Chris Paul wasn't just no scrub. He was a star.
Even that doesn't matter. How much has in the NBA changed since then? Now every team has that mostly. You can't get the job done.
If we're genuinely being serious about Dallas winning championship, can we get real? They're not getting out of the first round. They might not even get to play in. Can we be serious? If Ja plays at least 70%, they're not winning.
That's if Ja's healthy.
Give me 70% Ja. They're winning the game. There's no way they lose. At home, I'm sorry. Dallas pulled off first. The Kings suck. No disrespect, though. I'm sorry. Y'all suck. Y'all, Dallas, AD owns the Dallas. He owns Sabonis. We all know that. That was an easy matchup for him. He's going to play Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, he ain't won like 2-3 defense players already. Like, come on, bro. Give me Memphis. No disrespect to Dallas. If they pull it out, they pull it out. But it don't make a difference, bro. They're going in 4 or 5 first round. They're not beating OKC. Neither one of them are beating OKC. Like, they're legit walking to the second round.
And Tim said them making it to the second round is just like whatever. Like that's not really mad. That don't really
this year, OKC minimum needs to make the West Conference Finals. I'm not hearing nothing less than that. Minimum this season, they have the best record in the NBA. They have probably going to win the MVP.
They're gonna make it.
But there is no excuse for this. Is their season to get there, bro. I'm not hearing no excuse from no OKC fan. They don't at least make the conference finals this year.
They're not beating the Nuggets next round.
Why not? Nuggets ain't healthy. They're not healthy. It's just Jokic. They're not healthy.
The Heat figured this out a long time ago. You let him get off, shut everybody else down, the game's over. We already got the game plan. And Jamal Murray already got killed.
I'm gonna say Jamal Murray's playing too, so that he's not playing right now. That's why I say if they match up with OKC and they're not healthy, OKC's beating them in like 6 or 7. I'm sorry. I love Joker, best player in the world, but he's not carrying them.
It's not the same team, and it's not the same team that won the ship either. So
because that's who I think gonna match up in the second round anyway. I think it's gonna be Dallas versus. I mean, not Dallas. It's gonna be OKC versus.
Matter of fact, I take that back. The Clippers.
I was just about to say the same thing. Clippers balling right now. James Harden's hooping. Kawhi's actually healthy, and he playing pretty dang good basketball. Clippers might surprise them and get to the second round.
These are the same players you call a choke artist. I don't want to hear none of that.
I ain't never called Kawhi Leonard no choke artist. What we talking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot the person who's never available as well.
He's been playing the past 3-4 weeks now. He been balling.
He's available.
Wow, so that
he been playing
so we're gonna praise him for playing what 10 games out of 82.
Nobody's praising him. I'm just telling
you. Kawhi Leonard, yes, I am. For Kawhi Leonard, yes.
Okay, there we go.
I'm not praising him. I'm just telling that he's available.
I'm not taking them niggas seriously because you got a choke artist and a nigga who don't even want to play. Now, if it was Kawhi who played the whole season, you're right. They're gonna beat the Nuggets because the Nuggets hurt. But other than that, no. Westbrook is balling.
I think you're forgetting the Clippers were. I think you're forgetting the Clippers was good even when Kawhi was out. So
yeah, that's because James Harden was leading the team.
Norman Powell, have some respect.
Hold on.
They got a solid squad.
Hold on. You don't have to lead in points to lead the team. Am I wrong?
You said James Harden. You didn't harp anybody else. So I just let you know that Norman Powell's also
James. So what you're saying is that's Norman Powell's team, not James Harden's or Kawhi's.
I said it's not. I'm saying it's more than James Harden's team. That's what I'm saying.
It is James Harden's team. That's it.
No, it's not.
Or Kawhi's. No,
exactly.
Norman.
No, it's not James Harden's team.
It's one of them two. You brought
Norman Powell don't play. Norman Powell
could get traded next year.
The Clippers are not as successful.
I guarantee you they will get rid of Norman Powell before they get rid of James Harden or Kawhi.
Wait, hold on. But first off, before we disrespect Kawhi played 37 games this year. He didn't play. He played 37. I said 4 weeks. I thought that was the number.
I just said he was playing longer than that. He was playing longer than that.
And he's averaging.
The minute he got back, he was still playing. They tiptoed his way back in, but ever since then, he was playing.
As they should. It's smart. Smart basketball.
I still got them with a first round exit to the Nuggets.
Speaking of first round, let's move on to the
East side. Jokic has grown.
Let's see.
Let's go to East side. Miami versus Bulls. Nobody cares. Miami whooped. They ran through them. Tyler Hero is playing on another level of basketball.
The Bulls need to blow up again.
Ain't nothing to blow up. I think their team is solid. I think they need to get rid of Vooch though. Just go younger at the center position. Kobe White's a baller. He didn't have the best game.
Oh
But
yeah, definitely keep Kobe White.
Josh Giddey's hooping. Just get rid of
The
Vooch. I'm sorry.
The pedophile is hooping.
Okay, so we talked about Mavs and Grizz. We cool with that. Heat and Hawks. You got Heat, right?
Well, he'd already won. Oh no, I'm tripping. Heat and Hawks. I'm sorry.
They played.
I got the Hawks winning.
First of all, let me talk about my match right quick. They do this very often. They love to play in the third quarter and play like complete garbage. It was up by 25 points. Hawks came all the way back, and then we drug them by 25 points by the end of the game. I love it, but Paolo needs to play better.
I got a question, Terrence.
Play better.
I got a question, Terrence.
Yes, sir.
Why did y'all win that game? Wouldn't y'all rather face Cleveland instead of Boston?
Not. No, sir. We do not match up well with Cleveland whatsoever.
Y'all took them to 7 last year.
And we do not. That was last year.
In my opinion, that's matching up pretty well for a team who ain't been in the playoffs for 10 years.
Yeah, and Garland also played like garbage in that series.
Yeah,
this is a new Garland. It's a new season.
This is a new Garland. I believe.
Well, Garland
is when I see it.
Garland has still been iffy. I will say that.
But they have not matched up. If you take Garland off of Cleveland, this year, we have not. Cleveland will beat us in 4. At least Boston, we can probably go 5 or 6 and get beat. We're not beating either one of them, but Cleveland 4. Sweat. We're getting swept, bro. If we play Cleveland, Hawks can have all of that smoke. Hawks or Heat can take all that. They can have all that heat. I don't want none of that. So
you rather have Boston?
I'd rather play Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who ain't been playing best ball right now. Tatum is Tatum. We know him, but Brown ain't been playing his best.
They beat him sometime this year too, right?
We played 3 games. We beat them 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
we match up better with the Celtics. Even not even just season, but just recent history, we match up better with them. I don't want nothing to do with Cleveland, so I'm glad we got the Celtics. Either way, we're gonna get beat. So, but it's good experience to have. Even if it's just the first round exit, it's good for Paulo and Franz to get this experience. And then next season, make some trades, something. I don't know. But the Heat and the Hawks, I'm sorry, the Hawks are garbage. Even if they win, who cares? The Heat aren't going to do much better versus Cleveland, so this matchup is just really pointless. I'm still going to go Atlanta just because they're at home. I don't know if Tyler Hero played like he did the other night, and
I got the
Wiggins.
I got Heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I switch. I'm going Heat. Hawks. They suck.
Oh, I forgot the Heat got Wiggins now. Never mind. You right.
Yeah,
the Hawks are cooked, bro. I'm sorry.
Trade.
The Hawks are cooked. I don't know what they need to do with the franchise.
That's a crazy trade.
Yeah,
I mean, it was multiple people that went to the Heat, I believe.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I would have tried to keep Wiggins because in the last playoff run with the Warriors, he proved valuable.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that was he ain't been the same.
He fell off. This season was when he was with the Warriors. That's why they got rid of him.
Draymond fell off, if anybody.
What Draymond fell off at? Draymond is a distributor at this point of his career and still a solid defender. He's never been a scorer. I'm not saying he don't have a 3-pointer. He got a decent 3-pointer, solid midi. Solid. He's not a scorer. Somebody really expect him to get buckets.
To be a scorer like that?
More than Draymond.
I mean, more than Draymond, of course, but
Wiggins was the second option of the championship winning team. Clay was washed. He's still washed. No offense.
He
moved the other night though.
Poole.
No, Wiggins. It was Wiggins. If Wiggins doesn't show up in that finals, the Celtics beat them.
I agree. That's why I'm saying they should have kept him, but I don't know about being the second option. You might be right. Yeah, no, he was definitely the second option. Now that I think about it.
So let's be realistic. Who y'all think? Both, because I want to get through this whole bracket. Who y'all think gonna play OKC first round? Dallas or Memphis?
Dallas.
Just really depends on Ja's health, honestly.
I'm gonna go Memphis.
I'm still gonna say Memphis though.
Either way it go, okay.
If the NBA is trying to get views, they're gonna put Dallas versus the Lakers.
Ew.
Hawks versus Heat. Y'all said Heat, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go first round. Tim said Dallas could possibly upset OKC. I don't see OKC getting beat. We've already talked about that. We already kind of briefed over the Clippers and Nuggets. I'm gonna go if Jamal Murray's come back healthy and he's himself, then I'm gonna go Nuggets.
It should go 7 games.
Yeah, it's gonna go 7 games. He just ain't been healthy.
It's going 6.
Well, it should go 7, and I wouldn't be if we're talking about any upset that's actually legit, that's the upset.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not my upset. That's not who I'm picking.
My upset is one of my upsets is the one we already talked about.
So, who would y'all pick
But you
next
would
year?
say,
Who y'all got?
hold on. One question, then we can move on. Would you say that the Clippers beating the Nuggets is more likely than the Mavs beating the Thunder in a 7-game series?
You asking me
Yes.
that?
Yes, most
I'm
definitely.
asking you that. No, I'm asking Tim.
Yeah, that's why I don't see it as an upset. Both of those teams are kind of even, especially with Kawhi back.
I mean, you just made it seem like the Nuggets just
not
better.
because they have Jokic, and then I
But
didn't know Kawhi was back playing. That's why I thought it was James Harden and Norman Powell versus Jokic.
But even when Kawhi wasn't playing, they was hooping. So wouldn't you think they would get way
Kawhi
better
brings
with
that
Kawhi on the
defense.
floor?
Kawhi brings that person you can put on their best hooper.
I understand that, but did you hear what I'm saying? They were still hooping before Kawhi even got
Yeah,
in.
I agree.
So how did you think they were just not going to get
I mean,
better?
but still, because the playoffs is a different atmosphere.
Ask the Suns. They know. That's why they
That's
sitting at
true.
home watching it again.
And then, in my opinion, a lot of players don't take the regular season as serious as the playoffs.
I don't think any of these teams that we're talking about don't. I think they
OKC
very well do, especially the Thunder. But
Yeah,
that's just me. You said the Thunder are a young team, and they probably won't take it serious. They're probably
they're
sleep
a
on
young
Mavs.
team.
I don't agree with that.
No, this is what I'm saying. The only reason I see them possibly losing to the Mavericks is they get too big at it. That's the only reason I see them losing.
After they just lost to them last year in the playoffs, you think that they're gonna
Hold on. That was with Luka. They're focused on
That don't
Lakers.
matter. That don't matter. It's the
What do you
Mavs.
mean?
Who cares? You beat
Yeah,
me last year. I don't care who's on the team.
Everybody on OKC.
It could be a whole new. It could be a whole new starting five.
Nobody cares.
Everybody on OKC knows the only reason that the Mavericks won was because of Luka and Kyrie. Kyrie's hurt and Luka's gone, so we're not worried about.
Who cares? You still beat me. I want to beat you. I don't care who's on the team. You beat me.
You still want to put them in the dirt because they beat you and they
You
took
beat me.
You're
not a competitor. If you don't think like that, you're not a competitor. It's that simple.
I agree, but I believe that what's the word? The rivalries are coming back in the NBA.
What is that?
I don't know about rivalries.
What does
The
that have to
NBA is
do
kind
with?
of, they don't really promote rivalries like that. I don't know.
They need to.
If I'm OKC, I'm dogging them. I'm dog walking them. You beat me last year with or without Luka. I'm dog walking you.
But in my opinion,
simple.
I would rather it be with a Luka than without, because
I don't care if it's with, in, out, up, on.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, without Luka, we're supposed to beat you. With Luka, there's an if we beat you. You get what I'm saying?
They couldn't control the outcome of everything that happened. So like, I don't think that's their mentality.
But that's my reasoning for why I'd rather beat them with Luka than without. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's I'm going to the next one. We gotta move on a little bit.
Okay.
We ain't even got to the East yet. So Lakers, Timberwolves, I'm going Lakers. I'm sorry, T-Wolves. I love Ants. Not gonna happen this year.
It's going to 7, but I got my Lakers too.
I got Lakers in 5. I'm sorry.
7?
I don't think AD. I don't think Anthony Edwards got enough help.
It's Lakers in 5.
Well, why you say it's going to 7?
Because Anthony Edwards is that nigga.
That's just a contradiction to what you're saying.
And Luka doesn't play defense. That's why.
He didn't play defense. Who got him? What does that mean?
Bro, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
And we don't have the best bench.
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. I'm sorry.
Lakers in 6.
And 5.
I'm going 5 or 6. One of them two. They don't win that. My opinion, Timberwolves don't have enough to win that.
They don't have enough.
And they're bigger than the Lakers. They're bigger than the Lakers too, and I still don't think they're going to be able to do that with them.
Rockets, Warriors. I'm going Rockets.
Warriors.
And about 7. I want to say 7.
I'm going Warriors.
I want to say 6, but I'm going to say 7 out of respect for Curry. I'm going to say 7.
I'm going Warriors in 6.
I think Houston's going to take this one. But Jimmy did hoop.
Playoff Jimmy.
Jimmy did hoop. I'm not going to say they can't get it done. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because, I mean, one man taught me to never bet against Stephen Curry. But
I was about to say the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors win.
But I wouldn't be surprised, but I just think the Rockets they're just too young and they just play too fast for the rest of them.
This is the other upset for me.
Ooh,
I don't think that's an upset. Maybe you think it's an upset because it's the Warriors and Stephen Curry, but I don't think them losing to the Rockets is an upset. How? Because of how they've been playing.
No. I mean the Rockets losing to the Warriors.
I still would call it an
the
upset.
other way
Yeah,
around.
that's an
Okay.
upset. That's why I said that. That's an
I
upset.
wouldn't
I
even
still wouldn't
consider
call
that
that
an
an upset
upset.
either. Yeah, that's not an upset because you still got Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler.
I mean,
That experience alone, I
that
consider
Rockets.
it an upset.
Hold on,
That experience alone,
yeah, but that Rockets team though,
but they're none of them.
They're
have
really
experience,
good.
bro.
they're really
I-
fucking good.
I called
None of
that.
them have
I called it
experience.
last year.
I think
Yeah,
the
I
only person that
didn't
has
expect them to be this good.
the only person that has to win a chip on that team is Fred VanVleet, I think.
He playing like garbage.
And he
And
been
he done
hurt
got
all
benched.
year, on and off. Yeah,
All
he
the
ain't even the
experience
starter.
they need is from their coach.
Great hire. Excellent hire. I wish the Magic hired him. Excellent hire. No disrespect to Jamal Mosley. He been carrying us.
So that can go
excellent
either
hire.
way for me, but I think Rockets got it. I think the youth is gonna win.
Warriors is
Nah,
sick.
I'm not even comfortable saying that. I'm gonna be honest. It's just Stephen Curry. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna
Warriors
say
is sick.
I'm leaving this as I don't know. It can go either way for me. I don't know.
Jimmy Butler. is
I'm gonna say
sick.
Because I'm
Rockets.
saying,
but
and
either
Jimmy
way.
Butler too. Like, I don't know, bro.
So
Let's see.
next one
Two
is
more.
Cleveland versus. We all said Miami. I'm still going Cleveland the way it go. Don't make a difference who they match up with. Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm
Cleveland.
still going Cleveland.
Cleveland and 4.
Cleveland in 4
I'm
or
5.
5.
I'm sorry, 5.
Cleveland
going
in 4 or 5
Four.
for either
Cleveland
team.
and
Either
4.
team.
Cleveland and 4.
So this next one is kind of a rivalry. It's slowly been building up back up to the rivalry it once was. Pacers and Bucks. This one's hard to gauge, but
What happened
Dame's
to
not
Joe
playing
Alvarez?
right now.
Dame is
I
back.
don't know. He ain't
Dame is
full. I
back.
thought he had blood clot still.
No, he's back.
He rushed it
He's
back.
been cleared. No, he
Bucks
has been
and
cleared.
5.
He's
Bucks
back.
and 5.
I don't know about 5.
It's
If
a
Dame is
He has
healthy,
been-
not going to 7.
Yes,
if he's
he is
healthy,
back.
Bucks
He
and 6.
wasn't
If he's
injured.
healthy.
It was just a blood clot issue. He was never injured. It was just a blood clot issue. Now that he
That
got
ain't
that
nothing to play with
medication
though.
and his blood, but his blood is thinned in his calf from all the blood clots from the medication. He is cleared to play. He is playing.
Well, first of all, I'm never going to bet against the
Bucks
NBA champion and
and
Giannis.
5.
So if they're
going
like
Bucks.
you said, if they fully healthy, Bucks and 6.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks.
I'm not going to disrespect the Pacers, but they made the conference finals last year. I'm not disrespecting them.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
not
Bucks.
disrespecting them, but I still got the Bucks. If Dame and Giannis are going to be there, I got the Bucks.
And it depends. If
Pascal
Dame and
cannot
Giannis
guard
not
Giannis.
playing good,
Yeah,
Nobody
that's the problem.
not
Pascal
even that.
is
The
that guy.
only
but
reason the Bucks lose is if Giannis does not show up.
and Dame, if they both play like garbage, the Pacers
I
win.
feel like he can inch it out without Dame. Inch it 7 with Dame.
Nah, without
Nah,
Dame,
7 without Dame.
Pacers and 7. If Dame is not
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
good, Pacers and 7.
they're those two are the only shot creators on that team, right?
That's literally it. They
Yeah,
have
they-
nobody else to contribute to
Yeah,
that.
no, they have to be there together. They have
Hold
to
on,
be
let
there
me
together.
see. Let me
Bucks.
see.
I'm going Bucks and 6, but if
And let's
Dame
not
and
say
Giannis
Kyle
don't show
Kuzma
up,
because he ain't been there that
Kyle
long to
Kuzma.
become of himself. So and I'm not even gonna sleep on Kyle Kuzma because he had a great year last year.
They got Kevin
with
Porter
Washington
Jr.
this year
and Brook
not good.
Lopez.
It's a part. But
We're sleeping on Brook Lopez.
yeah, they did have Kevin Porter Jr.
He said shot creator.
They did give more minutes to Kevin Porter Jr. But I think that might be taken away. Well, Kevin Porter Jr. is a shot creator. Brook Lopez is definitely a catch and shoot stretch.
And we're
Porter
still
Jr.
sleeping. Hey, is Bobby Portis still suspended?
Nah, he bad.
Oh, 5.
But Bobby Portis only go off when
5. Y'all sleeping on
But
Bobby.
Bobby Portis only go
Y'all
off
sleeping
when
on that nigga Bobby.
bro. Bobby Portis only goes off when Giannis is not on the floor. It has been proven. This is what he done all
Bucks
year.
and 6. I'm still going 6 games.
Bucks and 5.
Maybe
6 games.
7.
I'd say 5.
7 is pushing it. I get 6 though.
Next round is my favorite round. I think it's gonna be the best round in the first
Pistons.
round.
Another
Pistons
upset.
versus Knicks. I'm going Pistons. I'm
this was
sorry.
the- this was
Pistons
the
and
other
7,
upset.
boy.
I forgot.
I've been waiting on this
I
one.
would just
Pistons
like
at
to
7.
say
This the other
that
upset.
They're not guarding
Cade Cunningham drops averages 30 against the Knicks this year.
He owns the Knicks. He's cooking them. They're not. If Beasley get going, and I haven't said Jay not he not playing. If Beasley get going, the rest of them boys get going. It's Pistons and 7. Don't let Pistons fans get a playoff series win, boy. That'd be the end of the world.
No.
Don't let them get a playoff series win after all these years.
I'm not going to lie.
Dang, it has been 20 years.
The Pistons,
Since
the
they've been in the
Pistons can
playoffs.
take this. The Pistons can
but
take
look,
this, and I can
19.
definitely see that happening. But the Knicks still have Cat, who's having his best year of his whole career.
Pistons and 7. I'm sorry. I Pistons and 7. They can't touch K, bro. K is hooping again. He first of all, again, got robbed that all
who gonna guard
NBA.
Cat?
team.
Who
Hold
gonna
on,
guard
hold on.
Cat?
better figure it out.
I'm changing my pick. Never mind. This might not be an upset. If Cat actually comes to ball, it's
Which
the
he
Knicks
never
in
does
5.
come playoff time.
It's the Knicks in 5.
Cat's going to show me.
Because
You're
we're
crazy.
still
It's
sleeping
not gonna
on
be
Jay.
5.
Y'all are sleeping on Jalen
Bro, what are you
Brunson.
talking about?
Nobody's
5?
sleeping on Jalen Brunson.
We're not gonna disrespect the Pistons, bro. You're tripping. 5
Pistons in
games,
7, bro. Pistons in 7.
It's still
Cat has
going
never.
7.
When was
Nah,
Cat?
it's going
When has
You're
Cat
right,
ever showed you he can hoop in the
Knicks.
playoffs?
It's the Knicks.
It's
the
still
Knicks. You're
going.
right.
It's still
the
going
Knicks.
7. But I wouldn't be surprised which way it went.
It's going 6 to the Knicks.
But I mean, you saying who gonna guard K? Who gonna guard Cat, bro? And then you still got Brunson, and you still
Nobody
got
guard Cat.
Josh Hart. Y'all don't want to hear that, but Josh Hart is their guy.
Come on, bro. Listen to me. Listen to this
hey.
defensive team. Listen to
Can
this.
I ask, real quick? Before we end this, remind me that I got to tell y'all something before we end this. It's important.
Got you.
Y'all gonna love it.
These are the important players. I don't care about like dudes who don't get PT. Kate Cunningham, all NBA. Should have been second team in my opinion. Let alone Jalen Duren, a great big, who's forever
he's
slept
great.
on. Michael Beasley, who's a great 3-and-D player. Asir Thompson, great defensive player, and is a solid offensive player. I don't know, but great
Yeah,
defensive player, great
he's
defensive
pretty good.
matchup.
This
He's
is
going
brother
to be a
who's great
star one
offense.
day. They're both going to be stars eventually. They still have Dennis Schroeder, Tobias Harris. I don't know what the heck he's been doing all season. I don't know if he's been
He's
hooping.
trash.
I don't know.
He's trash. He needs to retire.
They have Isaiah Stewart, who's another. He's not the biggest
Tobias
big
Harris
man,
ain't
but
been
he's a
that
big
bad,
man.
though.
He's a great big though. He's a great
Like,
big.
bro, do you hear that team? That's their key guy.
I hear the team.
That sounds like
I'm
the
not
2004
disagreeing with
Pistons
y'all.
again.
I hear the team. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. We still can't negate the fact that this team has not had any ounce of playoff experience.
Hey, you know who else didn't have playoff experience? The 2004 Pistons.
Brother, why are you?
No, they did. They had
You
Chauncey
about to
Billups.
piss me off. Even if they did, you about to piss me off. We are talking about 2025, where teams are just way more skilled and guys are bigger, faster, and stronger. I'm not trying to hear that argument, bro.
I would say they're bigger, faster, and stronger. I wouldn't say they're more skilled. Like
They are more skilled.
that
What are you
could go
talking
either
about?
way.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I don't think we watch the same basketball sometimes. So.
We're talking about 2025 and 2004. It's not even close. It's 2025. They're more
Yeah, we're
skilled
talking
by
about
thousands
the
of
most
miles.
skilled
We're
era
talking
ever.
about a decade where they reach 150 points compared to a decade where they.
This is the most skilled. Just skill. We're not talking about nobody playing lackadaisical defense. Skill. This is the most skilled era.
Okay.
The most skilled era.
You don't think this is the most skilled era?
Better, most skilled era?
Huh?
You don't think this is a more skilled era now than back
I
then?
think for any sport growing, the future is going to be the more skilled because you're learning from the past. So
That makes
obviously
literally no sense.
Yes, it makes sense.
Hold on. From the past has to do with being
Let me
skilled?
hold on. Let me talk and actually listen. You're telling me that, but it doesn't make sense that somebody who's looking back at people who've done this before, learning from them, wouldn't be more skilled than them.
Who's Kyrie learning from?
Kyrie learned from Shaq. Try again.
Learned to dribble like that from Shaq?
I can show you the proof.
He learned to play basketball like that from Shaq?
He learned his fundamentals from Shaq. You can look it up.
We talking about the Big Diesel?
Look it up.
We're talking about Kyrie Irving, bro, the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen in my life. Are we serious? Kate Cunningham, Kyrie Irving. Who else got great ball handling skills? I'm just trying to name Steph Curry. I'm trying to name a bunch of dudes with ball handling skills. Did he say Shaq? If he would have said post game, I would have said cool.
But he said fundamentals, to be fair. But
Tim Duncan was more fundamental than Shaq. Why the hell would I go to Shaq if I got Tim Duncan?
Shaq
maybe
was
he don't got Tim Duncan.
Shaq was babysitting him. That's why.
What is this? What does this add to us saying that this is the most skilled era?
What? Okay. Do y'all know
I'm
how
just asking?
works?
What is that?
I'm asking. I'm trying to get you to understand. Listen. Do y'all know how evolution works?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but evolution doesn't guarantee people are going to get better because the game evolved. That's not how evolution works. People have to put in the work and actually be more skilled and have natural given talent to be that.
That skyhook in evolution out for the rest of the game.
Don and Terrence, like I said, I will give you, yes, players are definitely bigger and faster. But yeah, they had to work on their skills. And who did they learn it from?
Are you going to take some random dude off the bench from 01 or 2025?
No,
Terrence, answer the question. When these players are hooping, growing up, who are they looking up to? Or are they just training to be the best?
Just because you look up to them don't mean they're more skilled than me. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm confused about.
Terrence, I am literally agreeing with y'all that this age is more talented. But I am saying they're supposed to be. That's what I am saying.
Why would you think that?
You just said no. He just said the pass is more skilled.
Let me answer Don's question first. The reason I am saying that because if the game evolves, the players evolve.
He just contradicted himself.
You still have to put in the work. He literally put in the work to be better, though.
He just said the pass is more skilled. Am I tripping? He just said that. I'm not losing my mind. He just said that, did he not? That's how the whole conversation got started.
Yeah, you did like 10 minutes ago.
You did legit just say the pass was more skilled.
Because you said, well, yeah, because the people score 150, this and that, and then that's when I said just because they play less defense doesn't mean that guys are not more skilled, and then that's how we got here. That is what you said.
Okay, then. Oh,
so if you agree that
hold on. I've been waiting on this moment.
So we all agree that now.
I've been waiting on this moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, whatever he's going to pull up could care less. He just agreed with us, right? Am I tripping?
That's what he did, I think. But
so why are we still having this conversation?
I guess he's not agreeing now.
I got a question. Hold on.
So he's basically
never
saying,
get answered because they never make sense.
All right, so he's basically saying,
This is the most skilled age ever, right?
Yes.
That in basketball, right?
It's not close.
It's not close.
It's not close at all.
No.
At all.
Stephen Curry could have watched so much film. There's no way they could predict that he could have been like this. That's because that's a God-given talent. He is the game. People are just more skilled. I don't care who Kevin Durant looked up to. It don't matter. He would have still been that guy if he did it. That's just me.
Every era that goes long is always going to be more skilled.
Just me. That's me.
What I was pretty much saying, Terrence.
So you agree with us? What are we having this conversation for?
Terrence, because I thought about it and then I said, yes, you're right.
So why are we still talking about this?
They're going to get better. But
so what did you
I started thinking about individual players back then. That's why. And individual players.
We're talking about the whole modern era of the NBA. You're talking about individual players that could be or probably are better than players that you're thinking of. That is not the same argument. We're talking about overall, this is the most skilled area of basketball in history.
So you're
correct? Yes or no?
Are you saying from 2020 until now?
You said 2004. You said 2004. So that's the era you're talking about.
Answer the question. Are you starting the era from 2020 or are you starting it from what? What year are you starting this era from? That's what
I was only comparing the year that you said, Tim. You said 2004.
I only brought up 2000. This is how I know y'all don't listen. I only brought up 2004 to bring up the Pistons.
He said we don't listen.
You said 2004. That's the only reason why I brought it up.
Why did I bring up 2004? Y'all listen.
You said the Pistons. You talking about the Pistons.
Okay, then. Hold on. Did I say anything else about any other team? Did I even say the era was that good? No, y'all brought it. I just wanted to compare. I just wanted to compare how the Pistons is.
It still doesn't matter. I don't care what era you name. They're not better than the teams now. I don't care. I'm not hearing it.
The fact that you said the Pistons is crazy.
Now you're putting words
more talented. More talented.
Now you're putting words. Yes, you are. You're putting words.
More talented. They're not.
Nobody said more talented. I was just saying
conversation.
This same Pistons team is built just like that 2004 team. I'll agree, more talented.
I'm genuinely confused.
They're not built the same.
The whole NBA.
How are they not?
I don't know what
they're
not
built the same. They didn't have no Cade Cunningham on that team like that. What are we talking about?
They're okay. Like I said, that goes to the more
Sarah Thompson. I keep saying his name wrong. I think.
Wait, pause. Are you saying this whole time that the 2004 Detroit Pistons team was more talented than this Detroit Pistons team? Is that what you're saying? Or no?
Hold on.
I'm asking a question, Tim.
I'm asking a question too.
I didn't say that you said it. Okay. I didn't say that you said it.
Obviously not. What are you saying?
He gets so offensive.
What I am clearly trying to say is what I see how their team is built is to me the same as in 2004. You got that one superstar that's going to leave them, and what they had was Chauncey Billups.
Whoa. Superstar.
That's
The 04 Pistons team ain't had no superstar.
I mean, you're right.
Superstar.
Star. He
They
became
had a collective of great players.
Chauncey Billups definitely became a
Chauncey
superstar.
Billups was never a superstar. No disrespect to Chauncey Billups. No disrespect. Superstar's crazy. Stop throwing that word around. We've had discussion 1,000 times. Stop throwing that word around. He's not a superstar. He's a star player. Superstar's crazy. That Pistons team had no superstar ever.
Wrong with.
There's no disrespect to Chauncey. No disrespect to Chauncey Billups, Hall of Famer.
You just look at
it. There's no way you said superstar. That team had no superstars. Never. Kate Cunningham's not a superstar.
Can I just get a yes or no that you do or do not agree that this is the most skilled era of NBA history? That's all I want to hear. Because I'm confused on what argument you're trying to stand on now.
It is.
So what did we just do for 10 minutes?
Blabber.
Didn't let me talk.
You talk more than both of us.
I let you talk.
The reason I talk more than both of y'all is because y'all cut me off the moment y'all heard some of y'all didn't
Then
like.
Nobody cut
you
off.
Was cutting me off you was cutting me off the first 10 or 15 minutes. So stop crying about that. You was cutting me off and you weren't letting me get nothing off.
Nobody's crying. I'm just addressing me talking the most because y'all were cutting me off.
You rebutted the whole argument. The whole argument was who's more skilled, and you
were
agree with us from the jump.
Y'all is right. This is the most skilled this league has ever been because it's supposed to be. That's my.
So why do we have this whole stupid conversation?
Oh, that's the argument. He's saying because it's supposed to be, and I disagree with that because you can't force players to be good because they watch basketball. You have to put in the work and actually be
but
skilled
you
to do
can't
it.
force them to be good in who you draft.
What does that statement even mean?
I'm gonna say what?
Let's move on. I don't even know what that means. Let's move on. Let's move on to the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it off at this point. That was confusing.
You can't force who to be drafted. What are you talking about?
Do you mean drafted in a situation?
Tim,
every player can't.
Hold on. Let me explain something. You're shaking your head, but you should be able to figure out how to word things if the other parties are confused.
I'm saying you can force who gets drafted or not because you
can force,
not force. You're right, not force, but you could literally steer the NBA in a better direction if that makes sense with the draft alone, drafting better players.
So you saying
drafting more elite players, drafting players. That's the whole point of the G League, to have players ready for the league.
I'm confused. What's the argument? I'm seriously confused. What are we talking about?
So you're saying that to add to finish it off so I can understand, please. I'm genuinely being honest. What are you saying that statement
for? The point of the draft that you got confused on. That's what I was clearing up for you.
Okay, so how does that statement have anything to do with guys being more skilled because they're supposed to be?
What do you mean? They're supposed to be because the NBA holds us.
Why is anybody supposed to be anything? Somebody can watch TV. That don't mean they're gonna be good.
That's true.
What are you talking about?
That's actually true.
But
I can watch basketball all day. Don't mean I'm gonna be good. I gotta put the work in because I'm actually more skilled. That's what it is.
When did I say all you had to do was watch basketball to be good at it? When did I say that?
He hear one word and make a whole statement.
I said
I never said that you said that.
The further the NBA goes on longer in the years past us, the more the NBA should evolve.
So it will. That is a weird statement to make. Should is not it will happen thing though. So if we're arguing that, why are we arguing?
I know that because I'm the one who said the word should. Am I wrong?
But you're talking about what could happen. We're talking about actually what is happening. We're having two different conversations.
I get that, but what's happening should happen. Am I wrong? If you want the NBA
you are. Yes, you're wrong. You can't force people to be good because they looked up the other greats. That doesn't mean they're going to be better.
So you're telling me you're going to draft. So you're telling me right now, Don, you would draft the sorriest nigga you know on an NBA team.
They still have to be good, Tim.
Just because you draft them don't mean they're going to be good. I'm confused.
That doesn't mean that they're going to be better than people they look up to.
Terrence, that's a fair point.
But that's not on the player all the time either.
But-
That's on an organization too. Sometimes organizations matter. That's
getting
proved
to
1,000
my
times.
point. You have more. How can I word this? The reason I'm saying the NBA should, not just the NBA, fuck the NBA. All sports should be better than what they were 50 years ago. Not just because of players drafting or whatever. Sports, not sport, the sports doctors, medicine, how they train, all that shit has evolved. That's what I am saying. So of course you should be better if all this shit is getting better. You don't think these players, if they all had the same fucking Dr. LeBron had, they would. I'm not saying they would definitely not ever get injured, but it would do something.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
I think that's more so body than anything. I don't think that's. I mean, I'm not saying his doctors don't play a good part because he spent money on his body. That's fine, but I think that's just
Okay, so
it's just
I
a
Doctors
understand
play a
what he's
big
saying.
part because longevity is
no.
definitely
What's the word I
reason.
was looking for? Genetics. That's just genetics for him.
I understand
Everybody
what
not
he's
blessed with those
saying.
genetics.
What he's saying is because the NBA has been this, it should evolve. Yes, obviously we can all agree that it should evolve. However, does that mean that it will? No.
Don,
No, it's not
I
That's
always
am
what we're
guaranteed.
saying.
Don. I am literally sitting here telling you I am agreeing. That's why I use
Okay,
the
so we
word
can stop.
should. That's why I use
So
the
we can
word
stop.
should. Yes.
So we can stop. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on.
That was a waste of 20 minutes.
We did waste 20 minutes. No,
Because your
Hey,
number
hey,
one
okay,
statement,
that's cool.
your number one
NBA is
statement
over
to
with.
start
Let's
this
talk about what's
was
important right now.
150.
Let's talk
150
about
points. And
what's
it's easy to
important
score
right now.
150 points.
Did y'all know SteamYard is coming to Xbox?
This is
Next.
not a gaming video.
I just wanted to ask y'all that. Did y'all know that? I just found out today. That's why I wanted to ask y'all.
You said
Listen to me,
SteamYard?
bros. We're at 50.
Yeah, we're getting
Let's read the
SteamYard.
rest of this.
We're getting
Okay.
SteamYard.
Okay.
Last
Let's
matchup
finish
for the
the
first
bracket out,
round
though.
is Celtics Magic. I've already made my decision. I love my team, Magic in 7. No, it's
No,
all
no.
It's the Celtics.
Magic in 7. Yes, sir.
No.
I'm gonna say my team.
No,
Like, let's be real. No, what idiot doesn't vote for their
That's
team?
not happening. It's delusional. Delusion is what
Well,
you
I
are.
guess I'm a delusional fan today. Magic in 7.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on because we all know that's not happening. Let's go.
I believe in
Second
you, Terry.
round. Wouldn't the second round be okay? We can't really
believe
predict
you.
that. Who do y'all got winning the
We gotta wait
championship?
for the first round to end first.
Who y'all got winning the championship? Who y'all match up in the finals? That's my question.
I told you Nuggets and Celtics. Or the Warriors
No.
and Celtics again.
The Lakers will make it to the finals. I'm not even lying. I'm not even
I already knew
kidding.
he was going to say the Lakers.
They have the best matchup. They have the best matchups. Are they the best team? No, they have the best matchups. They're going to get past the Timberwolves. At least they should. Then they got to figure out whoever. I don't know who's the bracket under them. They have the best matchup. They're not playing the best team. That's what's so good about being the mid seeds. They have the best matchups. They're not the best team, but they have the best matchup. So I think they have the best chance to genuinely make it to the finals.
I don't know.
If
I
everybody
don't know if they're gonna beat the Warriors next round.
They could.
They could.
I got the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals.
But Jimmy got a
It's hard
different
to say.
team now, and he'll be out for blood. Do you remember LeBron beating them in the finals before? You want to
If
talk about
Luka-
people who want to beat
not-
somebody who beat them?
I don't think he's going to lose again if he makes it. I'm going to be honest.
Who, Jimmy?
LeBron.
Lose what? The finals?
Yeah. If he makes it again, I don't think he loses.
I mean, he has.
I
no
think it's
reason
Celtics
to.
Lakers.
You have literally one of the best players on your team. You shouldn't.
It's going to be
Well,
the NBA is built on superstars.
Because people can still lose with best players on their team.
I want
They're
to
still undersized compared to a lot of the teams in the East. So let's not say that it's going to be easy.
The only time I seen that happen was when that 2004 Pistons beat my Lakers.
That was a great defensive team.
If you're asking me right now at this moment, who do I genuinely have? I'm saying that the Lakers have the greatest chance to me because of their matchups. Are they the best team? No. But I think the Celtics are going to come out the East either way it goes, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they
I feel you on the match. I feel you on the part where they just have LeBron and Luka. Now matchups, I don't think our bench is going to be able to carry it.
No. It's iffy. But that's what I'm saying.
That's
why. But the matchup that y'all have, it's easy right now.
Hold on, and that's why I brought up the fact of LeBron being he's going to have to sit down and catch his breath.
No, he's not.
Why not? He's still human.
He ain't been doing it all year. What do you mean? And he still averaged 20, 26, 20 something, 20 something.
I'm not saying he's not going to be effective. I am saying
Nobody said
if we want him for the long run, that winning a championship, he's going to need to sit down.
LeBron plays the most minutes in the playoffs. So why do you think now they're just going to choose to sit him down?
Why aren't you listening?
Everybody got to take a break. Why are we talking about just strictly LeBron? AE got to take a break.
Thank you. Everybody has to take a break. But
what the hell does that have to do with the championship?
The reason I'm specifically talking about LeBron is because he's older and we know he's the one leading the team. What are you talking about? LeBron goes down, we go down.
No.
LeBron goes down, we go down.
That's Luka's team now. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Bron, but Bron is clearly taking the back seat like he should have did years ago for AD. I'm sorry.
Just because
he didn't have the capability.
I agree.
He doesn't have to carry the load no more.
I am a firm believer that you.
I agree with Tim. Actually, if LeBron goes down, the Lakers lose.
Well, I know that. No, duh, it's common sense. I'm talking about from a standpoint. It's Luka's.
Luka's still don't lead the team.
Hold on, Terrence. I agree. It's Luka's team, but LeBron
does
is
not
still
lead
the leader.
He does not.
It's Luka. No,
LeBron leads the team.
It's
Luka's the number one option, but LeBron leads.
That's what I'm talking about. Number one option is Luka. LeBron don't have to do that no more.
Yeah,
y'all gotta do that no more.
Hold on. Y'all gotta be more specific with our words, then, because that's not what you said, brother.
LeBron doesn't have to be the number one option no more. That's over. He finally got somebody who can say, "You got it."
Yeah, we can agree. We can agree with that. But he's still the leader. That's what we're saying.
That's cool. He can be the leader, but he's not the number one option no more. That's what I meant.
And he's gonna need a break if we want to make a finals run. That's what
he don't need no break. He got Luka. He got Luka the break. Just get Luka the ball and get out the way. It's Luka time. You think Luka? You think Luka forgot about that finals loss last year?
And I need Bronny 17 points per game.
You thought he forgot about that finals loss last year, bro?
That man does not play in the playoffs, bro.
Bronny be lucky to see half a second.
Bronny's season is over. Bronny's season is over because the G League is over too, I think. So the season is over.
If JJ Redick want to get fired, he gonna play Bronny.
He's not playing Bronny in the playoffs. He's not playing Bronny in the playoffs unless it's a blowout game. Yeah, it's not happening.
Look, the point I'm trying to make is Luka's the number one option. Bron don't have to carry no more. Those days are over.
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
I agree with you on that part, but he's still good.
Yeah, we agree.
I don't care about being a leader. We all know Bron, the leader on the team. I'm just talking about strictly basketball. I don't care about the locker room. Care about none of that. I care about
LeBron. They're losing. That's why I said you need to rest him.
Without either of them, they're losing.
That's why my opinion. I mean, yeah, duh. But I feel like you can still stretch it out a little. You might can make it. Luka did it by himself.
Debatable.
Celtics in 7.
Luka did it by himself.
Stop saying by himself.
If the Lakers actually make it to the finals, if the Lakers actually make it to the finals, I just hope that it's not the Celtics they match up with.
That's who they matching up with. Nobody else making it out the East.
We don't know that.
Cleveland might.
Celtics in 7 if they play Cleveland. They're beating Cleveland. I don't care about home court. The Celtics have proved they don't need home court. They're going to win in 7.
That's just size-wise, that's the worst matchup to have for the Lakers in the finals, but it is what it is. I'm not going to say the Lakers. I'm not going to actually say the Lakers there. I don't think LeBron will lose again. I'm not going to bet against him, but at the same time, I'm not going to negate the fact that I'm a realist and the Celtics have size and everything, and that's just...
It's the Nuggets or the Warriors coming out the West. And it's the Celtics or Cleveland coming out of the East.
If Jamal Murray's not healthy, the Nuggets might as well go ahead and wrap up the season. It's over with. Jokic can carry all he wants, bro. But
got the Warriors. If it came down to them two, I'm picking the Warriors.
I'll pick the Lakers.
Don't forget their coach is gone.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You right. Never mind.
They cooked.
It's the Warriors. It's gonna be the Warriors.
They don't have that guy. They don't have that guy that can talk them into a close game, and especially in the playoffs. That guy's gone.
Can I ask y'all something? Is Steve Kerr really a good coach to y'all?
Yes. Excellent coach.
It's debatable.
That's not debatable.
That's debatable.
Steve Kerr doesn't come to that team. They don't win a championship. Steve Kerr came in and won a championship, did something Mark Jackson couldn't do with the same exact roster. I'm not hearing it.
Same exact roster. He only got 1 year with the team.
Mark Jackson had like 3 to 4 years with that team. What are we talking about? He built the team up. Cool. Steve Kerr won.
I'm talking about when Steph actually was hitting Steph.
The year before the Warriors made the playoffs. On to 2014, they made the playoffs and they got beat first round.
This is my personal opinion, and y'all ain't got to agree with this. Just because you're winning, I don't think that necessarily means you're a good players coach. That's my
So if
opinion.
Steve Kerr don't take that job, they win the championship with Mark Jackson the following season in 2015.
I'm not negating the fact that he brought home championships. I am strictly saying
Is
that
Steph Curry
doesn't
doing
mean
the
that
same
he is
thing?
an all-around good player
Is Steph-
coach to his
Answer the
actual
question.
players.
Is
That's what I'm
Steph
saying.
Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson playing the same way?
You mean with Mark Jackson? Absolutely not.
Okay.
They're not. Why didn't he
Steph
unlock?
Curry
No.
break-
Let me talk. Why didn't he unlock the Steph Curry that Steve Kerr did?
He did.
I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. I don't want to hear.
Mark Jackson the first time.
No, that was with Steve Kerr.
Let me
Every
check
record
this.
he's broken is with Steve Kerr. Everything Steve Kerr is unlocked Curry. Why wasn't he doing this with Mark Jackson? No disrespect to Mark Jackson. I love Mark Jackson.
So does a good coach? We only talk about the championship they do. We don't talk about how they treat the players. If they're not playing the players, we don't care about any of those things. We just care about the championships. I'm just asking, genuinely.
Are we talking about Kuminga?
Yes, we're talking about Kuminga.
Who cares about Kuminga? He's a role player at best.
He should still be getting played. And the same thing
If
happens.
he ain't contributing to, if we're winning without him, why do I need to play him?
So what's the Olympics excuse then?
Jason Tatum, I guarantee the Celtics said, listen here, no. You're not going to play any games. You're not risking our superstar. I guarantee I put money the Celtics said something. I guarantee you the Celtics.
Why would they let him play?
Even if that's the case, they still won with difference to make. They still won.
You don't treat the guy that just won the chip like that in the Olympics.
If I win the gold medal, I do. I didn't need him.
They were going to win that even if he did play. What are we talking about?
Making my point. You making my point. They still
won.
So
why are you sitting him? Why does he not? Why is he getting DNPs?
Why do I need him? If I'm doing my formula is working, what am I changing it for?
That's fine.
Y'all and everybody I get the Kuminga thing. He's mid. No disrespect. He's mid. He's another Kyle Kuzma. That's it. And there's no disrespect to Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma's good. He could be a solid role player, but he ain't no championship changer.
So he can't. So he shouldn't be playing the playoffs because you think he's mid, but then you just say he's Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma's solid. So if you want to call him solid, that's cool. But Kuminga's not going to change the effect of them winning a championship. That's what I'm saying. If the Warriors win a championship this season,
I feel like every player can change an effect on the team if they have already been doing that, or could at least get the chance to do it. But if you're not going to get the chance to do it at all, then
was he there in 22 when they won, or was that the year he came after? I can't remember.
You know, Steph was averaging more points under Mark Jackson.
Congratulations! How many championships he won with Mark Jackson? 0.
Damn.
How many MVPs he won under Mark Jackson? 0. Stop it, bro. I'm not having this conversation. It's so stupid. Steve Kerr is the reason Steph Curry is unleashed. Let's be real. Stop having this conversation.
Hold on. So you're pretty much saying Steph Curry wouldn't be Steph Curry without.
No, he wouldn't.
That's bold.
Great coaches make great players. Great players can make great coaches.
Going to be great players. Now, will they be championship players? I'll give you that. They probably won't be a championship player or, something like that without a great coach, but they're going to be a great player.
Yes, Jonathan Kuminga has an NBA championship. His rookie season with the Warriors in 2022. Yes.
You're making my point. They didn't need him then. They don't need. I mean, he was a rookie then, so I give him slack. But they didn't need him then. They don't need him now. The Warriors don't need Kuminga. They don't. No disrespect to Kuminga. They don't need him.
Because before
Steve Kerr don't like playing him for a reason.
Before he got hurt, he was set to replace Draymond.
And look where they at now. They don't need him.
I think Steve Kerr is a good coach. I think he just got lucky.
Y'all don't know ball. Y'all don't know ball. Y'all just tell me you don't.
I never said it. Hold on. I never said that he was not a good coach. So let's not pull that. I never said that he wasn't a good coach.
You're right. I don't think he's a great coach.
Y'all still don't know ball.
I'm not saying that either. Why are you saying y'all? Tim is saying this, not Donovan.
You just said he's not a great coach. He's a great coach.
I'm saying you still have to treat your players to some sort of expectation, which he has proven in the Olympics and here that he does not do. And that is actually a thing right now that a lot of people are talking about. That's all.
I don't have to treat you. I get all that.
Yes,
but you're a grown-ass man. You're a grown man. If I don't want to play you and you're not contributing,
right,
I'm not going to play you. If I don't need you, I'm not playing you. If I was a coach and I got to do in the back of the end of the bench and he ain't giving me no production, I'm not playing you.
That would be cool. That would be cool if